What's up? Hey everyone. I hope the music isn't too loud. I can never keep things constant on my live streams. Oh boy. Okay. I think this song is just extra loud. Hey Tanya. Yeah, it's still super loud. Alright, there we go. I think you can hear me well. Okay, good. Hey, Jung and Nuclear Well. Good to see you. Good to see all of you. Hey, Jackson. I feel like it's been forever since I've streamed. I notified everyone on my Discord, but I forgot to notify you guys on the YouTube side. And yeah, I'm drawing in black and white, it's pretty rare. Man, it is so hard for me to see these subtle tones with my blaring light right there. Yes, this is an Apple Pencil. Second gen, still OP. Yeah, second gen is still really powerful. For sure. Like, it's still a good buy, especially the 12.9 inch. I forgot to check the post I made asking people if they're gonna get the new smaller iPads. I'm really interested in that. I wish I had enough money to just buy one just for the sake of reviewing it, but yeah. Your boy isn't rolling in that YouTube cash that much yet. Thanks, Brian. How much is the pencil? The new one is $130. Pretty expensive, but for me, it's worth every penny. No, 129. You love the drawing? Positive and magical wonder. Thanks. Oh, you're talking to somebody else. You always draw with my videos. That's awesome. Who is this? I don't know. I haven't looked up the person, which I probably should have, but I'm not too concerned. It's just a live stream. But it's, you know, I found her from Pinterest, if that helps at all. She has a lot of pictures on Pinterest. I like the contrast of her skin and her hair. So I decided to draw her. Decided to give her a little draw. Draw. Thank you, Laz Marie Ramirez. And thanks, Marie. Saved me like 400 bucks. Yeah, these what's my Pinterest? No one's ever asked me that. I don't even know. I think it's called just Ergo Josh. I can link it if you guys want. I linked it before because some people do like to use the same references that I do. which I think is really cool. Oh, it's in French, Marie. Well, if you guys want to do that, delete the French part. And I'm sure it'll take you to whatever respective. But thank you, Marie. That was really awesome. It'll take you to the respective country that you're in. Better not see Venerable here. He should be asleep. Yeah, they only work with the first. Yep. Which I think kind of makes sense. Because first off, like if you're buying the cheaper iPad, you're probably not going to spend the extra money on the more expensive pencil. But at the same time, I feel like the pencil should completely replace the old one. I feel like the old one is just a mess. The fact that you have to charge it the way you do. I feel like that was a mistake and it just needs to be replaced with the new pencil. Because this is just so much better. Instead of the Apple Pencil 2, it should be called the new Apple Pencil, like they've done with the previous iPads. Hey Laurel, am I using Procreate Pocket? No. I have it, but I never really got around to using it much. Oh wow, this is looking a lot better. Sorry guys, this may be boring, but I'm gonna go hard in the details of the face before I get into the hair. This hair is gonna be really tricky because it's white, and there's not a lot of room to establish values. So I'm gonna have to be very subtle. It's a good challenge. Right now I'm trying to blend away the lines of the lips. You don't want to use harsh lines for anything. So in her face it looks like there's a harsh line for her lips, but it's really just a shadow. The hair video, hopefully this weekend. All of my uploads are usually Sundays at around between 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern time. So look out on Sunday afternoons if you're on the East Coast like I am, and you will find my video. What was my old screen protector? Somebody just asked on my YouTube videos. If you're here, my old screen protector was by a brand called iCares. They're probably not going to be here, but who knows. How many years have I been doing art seriously? I'd say more serious than most people since I was 12. So that's about 12 years. And then very serious for about a year and a half. It's almost 2 years. Like I was often known as like the art kid in school since a long time. That kid that can draw. What's up, Pancake? Trying to get that subtle glow on her nose. It shouldn't really be the darkest thing on her face. Just in case any of you are wondering, it's really, I draw a lot slower on live streams than I do because the light is glaring at me and it's hard for me to see values, and I'm always looking at the chat or posting links and stuff. So, because I don't like live streams where the person doesn't look at the chat at all, because the point is to connect with people. So that's what's going on, in case you're wondering. You're buying Paper Like next week. Cool. I wasn't sponsored for that video, just as a reminder, so that's cool to know. I hope they know that I help them out. I should have just sent them a link to my video, actually, just in case. It's too dark. Reheat pork safely? I would... It depends. Was it in the fridge? Pork is a dangerous food to mess with. Pork and chicken. Pork and chicken you don't want to mess with like that. Just a Ergo Josh friendly neighborhood Ergo Josh warning. Like here's some Paper-like. Paper-like is just thinner, and I'd say it's a little bit smoother. So I'd say it maybe has a little bit less of a grain. I'm not sure. And somebody asked, "Oh, you didn't even say if it actually feels like paper." The answer is no, not even close. I mean, I have some paper right here. Paper is completely different. Paper has an insanely large amount of grit to it. Like, it's completely different. Like, see, you can just hear how much noisier that is compared to this. You know. So. But the point is to make it, I feel like screen protectors, it's not to make it feel exactly like paper, because that would completely ruin the screen. But it's to make it not super slippery so that you can actually get control back when you're working on whatever you're working on. Oh, thank you to whoever purchased my brushes right now. Why do I have my iPad propped up? Because it is even harder for me to see with my light. It's easier to draw, you know. It's hard to draw with looking straight down and having your head turned over. You would see my hair like right here. I might try and do it again, because I've gotten a lot better at this. But, yeah. Okay, I'm going to start detailing the eyes right now. Since that doesn't really require me to have very good visual of my values, like the hair would. Trying to thin out those long, dark edges of the contours. I want them to be very thin, transition to feel almost ethereal, or ethereal, I don't know how to pronounce it. Does it feel better than paper? It's hard to say. It's like, it's completely different, because at some point, the Apple Pencil itself is at fault here, because it's not super sharp and it can't dig into the screen like a regular pencil would. So my expectations are different. So I'm saying, like, it's hard to say that it feels better than paper. I think it feels good for what it is. I should do a podcast and post it to Spotify. Yeah, I really should. I've been lazy. My issue is, like, as an artist, it seems like I can't figure out, I can't get, like, bottom line, I can't get people to come talk every week or something. Like, if I do a podcast, it's just gonna be me talking, and it's like, well, what kind of stuff would I talk about that I wouldn't already just do in a video? What kind of stuff would I talk about that's cool to listen to without having, you know, some sort of visual content to support it? But I mean, I know the answer. The answer is to just try stuff and see what works. But I've been lazy because I wanna know what works before I try it. And that slows us down, right? I don't know who this person is specifically, Malik, but if you look at my Pinterest page, I believe I have her saved, so you can hunt her down yourself. Discovering your style, any tips? I think really you just gotta keep drawing for fun, and you gotta keep practicing, and you're gonna find that there are some things that you do that are naturally going to define your style. Like for me, I like harsh outlines every now and then. And I mean, I could make a perfectly rendered drawing without any lines. I could, but I wouldn't really enjoy it. And so I kind of add harsher lines like that in there, here and there. What else? I like a lot of highlights. I like having a lot, like, bold highlights in the eyes. I like having a lot of little highlights in the eyes, drawing galaxy eyes. It's just stuff that I like to do. So I encourage you to copy from artists that you like, find out what you like about them, and then try to incorporate that into your own work. It's not something that you're going to get quickly. You're not going to get your style before you get really good at art. Like, your style and your skill are going to grow together. You can't have a strong style and be like really bad at art or beginner. Everyone who I've seen that has a really good style, regardless if it's cartoons, like it looks like Rick and Morty style, regardless, it looks good and polished and refined, and that artist looks like they've been drawing for a long time. So if you're new at art, don't worry about style. Worry about getting your mileage and paying your dues. Going to get hair. Yeah, I think hair is something that's tough because it takes a lot more effort to get something that looks decent. That's always my explanation for anything that's tough. And I'm guessing you guys have been asking me all this time because you like how I draw hair. So I finally decided, well, I'm gonna show you guys what I think about drawing hair. And I'm not gonna do your typical hair tutorial. I asked a question on my Instagram, and you guys had mostly the same answer. You had trouble with the strands and the strokes. How do you draw strands and stuff without going too much or going overboard? And you were also asking me, how do you get the shape to look natural? So most of my techniques help with that first question. And then to get it to look natural is basically what everyone tells you, is to just focus on the chunks. But I'm going to show you how I do that in the video, because I'm going to do a lot of little examples rather than do one painting of just several different types of hair. Because not only do I not want to do that, but I feel like it's already been done, and I'm trying to bring something new, something different to the table. Why do I take off the paper-like screen? It's not off, it's still on. Like, you guys can't even tell it's there. That's why I wonder why some people think it makes the screen look so bad. Sorry, I don't understand Spanish, Florencia. Make a brush pack for Procreate? Oh my god, yes, scroll down. Sean, just scroll down to the description and you'll find a link to all my brushes. Oh man, Marie, did you hear that? I need to make this overlay quick. Because clearly it would be useful today. Somebody asked if I had brushes, and It would have been so easy for them if I had my overlay set up. Hey, Cat-tailed Kick. Like, let me talk about it for this video. For this drawing. So for this one, let me give you guys a little bit of demo. So what I focused on here was the top of the hair. We have the two main parts going to the left and to the right, like that. Then it got a little bit trickier. I had to pick, because the hair is really complex, I had to pick what I wanted to show. And so I like how Jraw does hair a lot, so this is kind of, I don't know if you'll notice at this early stage, but I'm kind of drawing from him. So I see that basic hump shape, so I drew that. And then I saw another one over there, so I drew that, just to give me that idea. There's a really big, like little strand there, so I captured that movement. Then down here, you see there's these curves, right? So I added two here. There's one that was on the face, but I keep erasing it because I'm blending, but I'm gonna add it back eventually in white. And then I try to pick out the main shapes that I want to use. So you can kind of see there's this one, this shape right there. You can see there's another shape like this going up, and I try to make them all flow. You want to think about like you want to think about gravity, and you want to think about wind, and like think of the sails of a pirate ship and how they bulge and go back in and out, and everything's smooth. Everything should follow a good curve. If you look at car designs, look at how all of the creases on them, they all flow like really well. Like if this is a car, all of the creases try and do something like that. Like they all flow, they all have the same direction, because they need to design the car so that air has a clear path to it. So it's usually something like that. Like that would be a better set of wheels for it. This would be a more expensive car. So hair is like that. You want to think of it like a car. Like all the lines should make sense. Like having a piece of hair go like that doesn't make any sense. Like somebody would have to be holding it up for it to suddenly bend back up like that. Like it should just flow like that in this big curve. You don't have to get into all the nitty-gritty details at first, or else it's gonna distract you. And you'll find, like I'm finding with art, the more you learn and know, the better your art will be, because looking at the reference a lot and trying to copy it, you're not as fluid and creative as you could be, and it makes your drawing kind of choked. As a matter of fact, for this drawing, that's how I started out. I was very choked and I wasn't fluid, and this is what it looked like. Sorry about that. This is what it looked like. This is terrible. To me, I was very frustrated with this. Like, it was bad. And then I got this, and I was like, okay, I'm much more happy with this. And then so I started to develop it. Look at her without her eyebrows. Oh man. But yeah, I hope that was a little intro into hair. Florencia. What do I recommend to leave the creative block behind? I love how that translated. To leave the creative block behind. Eric Anthony made a video on this recently, and his perspective was that it's probably make sure that you're not looking too much at other people's work and letting that make you sad. Because what he's found and what I found is that art block isn't really a thing for as many people as they think. It's more like they feel sad. Because when I ask people, a lot of people are like, I feel bad that it's not going to look good or it's not going to turn out, so I lose the motivation. So it's not that they're lazy, it's just they don't want to be upset, they don't want to be disappointed. So the way to do that is to set a goal, or to just say that you're going to do something a certain amount of times for a certain amount of days, or to just stop looking at, if other people's art gets you depressed, stop looking at art for a little bit and gain some experience and gain some stuff that you're happy with, and then go back and try to force yourself to appreciate other people's art without feeling bad about it, because it's key to, you gotta look at other people's art to grow. You gotta. Performance anxiety, yep. Performance anxiety, that's really what I feel like a lot of people's art block is. I have a lot of performance anxiety too, but I decided that my YouTube is going to be based off of basically me destroying my performance anxiety by showing you how long it takes me to draw, how crappy the drawings can turn out sometimes. So, yeah. Turns out most of you think my drawings are great, so I don't even feel like I'm struggling. Trying to blend out the skin there. What I see a lot of people will do is they'll leave such a sharp edge as if somebody cut her body. Like, don't do that. Look at how soft the transition is. Do that in your own art. Just get the blending tool and blend it out. The collarbone isn't some sharp bone sticking out. Just make it a soft transition. You can come back and layer on it as much as you need to. At least if you're working in digital. If you're not working in digital, good luck. You don't have that many tries. It's tricky, but eventually you'll get to something like this where you can see a sharp edge, but it's not so sharp. This is why I usually like working in layers, because I don't like being hindered by trying to blend around weird shapes. But I have a backup of all of this stuff, I think. Yeah, so I can come back later. Keeping it real. You sound like one of the YouTube people at YouTube. He says keep it real a lot. Did Sean find settings on my Apple Pencil? It doesn't really have settings. Do I do drawings on paper? Not lately. No, I'm a bad artist. I only draw digitally right now. I do plan to get back to it at some point. Max amount of layers for me, it depends on the size canvas I'm using. For my last drawing of that skate girl, it was 8 because the canvas was huge. Yeah, it really is a whole different world. Oh, my double tap is just set to change the tool. Trying to like make her skin look even. Just gonna erase everything in the meantime. Josh, would I ever do a video reviewing fans' work and giving tips? Yeah, I've done that before. I usually do it in the form of my challenges. I have a lot of art critique videos that I used to do, but now they've kind of been replaced with when I review challenge videos. I think I might have time for them if I, instead of trying to do a paint over, I just talk about them. I might consider doing that again, just talking about the artwork instead of trying to do a paint over, because those take forever. Those take a lot of time. Kinda new, no problem. New people is great. I wish I could play songs from those things, but I would get copyrighted. I don't know if you guys have heard about how strict YouTube is getting with the rules, but I've added so many like bad words that can't be said on my channel just because I really don't want this thing to be demonetized or my channel deleted. Because right now you can get people's channels like deleted by just saying really bad stuff on their videos. So I've blocked a lot of words. Hey Jamal. Yeah, I was thinking of doing a hair challenge, but I'm gonna do it after I make my new video, because that makes sense. You guys, I give you guys a video, you have techniques to try out, I give you a challenge to encourage you to actually do stuff from the video. It's perfect. Yeah, this is tough. I really want her skin to look good and realistic. That's my one best skill right now. I may not know exactly what to do, but I kind of have a good idea of when it looks right. I'm pretty good at figuring that point out. What stand am I using? It's in the description. Everything you could ever want to know about me is in the description. My deepest, darkest secrets are in the description. The secret to all life is in the description. Your life's purpose is in the description. Bought the brushes? Thanks. No, thank you, Sean. I hope that they help you. Have I used tablets? Yeah, I have. They're very similar. The only thing that I would say is better, there are two things that are better about this Cintiq and stuff. The screen is naturally rough, and that texture is perfect. They actually roughen the screen and make it matte, so it's perfect. The other thing is, when you hover over the screen with a Wacom tablet, you can see a little cursor, like a mouse pointer. That's kind of helpful, and when you have that, it allows you to use your tablet as a, because you know this tablet has a screen. Wacom does cheap tablets that don't have screens, and the only reason those work is because when you hover over your tablet, you can see on another screen where your cursor is. So right now, if this worked like a Wacom tablet, I would actually look right over there at this YouTube screen to draw instead of looking at this, because there's no glare on that screen. But I can't draw like that because the pencil tip isn't exactly where I think it's going to be because I can't see it because I don't have that cursor. So yeah, those are the two things that are different. Otherwise, of course, Cintiqs get bigger and that has its own... When did I do that? Cintiqs get bigger and that has those... The fact that it's bigger has its own benefits that an iPad, of course, can never compete with because it's an iPad. It's tiny. Do I have a Cintiq? I used one and I sold it. I sold it to a lovely artist on Instagram. I can't remember her name. I think her name was Sarah. I don't know if she follows me anymore, but she did when she bought my Cintiq. Am I using black? Josh. Okay. I try to save using black for the very, very end. The values kind of seem all over the place. I'm going to darken her lips a little bit. Yeah, that reads much better. Darker on the outer edges. See how that looks. I like that better. Sometimes you gotta just abandon the reference and do your own thing. Draw small faces where you can't zoom in. I haven't done a video on that, but I do think it's a great technique that I've done a lot. Like how I started this drawing, I started when it was this big. The concept is that if you can make it small and it looks good, then it's gonna look good when you make it big. Because when it's small, it makes you focus on the silhouette, which is key to getting a good character. At least for faces. I think actually, yeah, for everything. It's good to get a good silhouette if you're designing. You're happy you bought the 12.9. Awesome. Beautiful, the drawing. Oh, thanks. Her eyes, everything is like, I would say like maybe halfway done. Except for the hair. The hair is like 1% done. I usually put this through a filter around now to kind of reset the values for myself. Yep, definitely ample. I'm using about 80 something gigabytes right now, so that clearly shows that the 64 gig would be too little. And I'm pretty sure most of those 80 something gigs are from Procreate, because it just says other. I'm zooming out a lot because I need to make sure the drawing looks good when I zoom out, because it's easy to get stuck into the details and then you zoom out and the drawing doesn't look good. I did a lot of flipping back and forth too in the beginning of this drawing, because it's very important to make sure your anatomy is as perfect as you can get it before you start rendering, because it's really hard to fix it afterwards. How long have I been drawing faces? 12 years. Faces are really hard. And for 5 of those years, I didn't even draw them freehand. I used the grid system, which is very not helpful. So, yeah. You started a few days ago? Awesome. Don't give up. How old are you, Kodo? If you don't mind me asking. Draw other paces? Yeah, a lot. And some people look at what I'm doing. I do it a lot at work too. Somebody, you know, the risky thing is with doing that, some people are just gonna talk to you forever. And you have to be ready for that. I've gone to like cafes. I draw a lot at cafes, and like one guy asked me to draw him, and he had this super sad story about his life. So I was like, okay, I'll draw you. And he was so happy. He's like, I see you drawing these beautiful girls. You look like you're very good. No, I don't know. He wasn't Russian, but he did have an accent, but that's the best I can remember. I think he was Hispanic, maybe. But I can't really do a Hispanic accent. He was a very grisly looking dude. Trying to get that chin transition just perfect. You're drawing the same picture as a reference while watching it? Oh, nice. If you post on Instagram, tag it so I can see it. I think I want to start like doing that, making that more intentional and showing you guys what reference I'm drawing in advance. I really want to make her hair black. So for like I don't know if I'm going to do it in this live stream, but the technique I'm going to use to draw her hair is I'm just going to make her hair a very light gray color so that I can immediately have room to play with the values. Trying to draw white hair on a white canvas is like next to impossible. dubstep intro. 3D, oh god. 20 second. Easy million subs. How do you know I hate that so much? So default. Ergo Josh. Like as if I'm a gamer. I've been looking for like outro templates and so many of them are like for gamers. And music too. There's so much like I was looking for some good dubstep music like the one I used in the beginning of this video, but like they're all way too intense and gamery. Everyone hates it. Yep, that's exactly what I'm gonna do on Euros. I think I'm gonna do that now just to like take a break. Thanks, fat boy. Gamer. I think I'm gonna make this stream a little bit short. It's only gonna be an hour. So we got 15 minutes. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my video. I hope you liked the sketch. So, what do I think about Paper-like? Well, I love mimicking myself in my own videos. Do I play Switch? No. I would, if I had more time. I watched like so many hours of Breath of the Wild gameplay though. And the entire Mario Odyssey gameplay from Dashi. Love that guy. No, stay. I know. Well, good things have to have an end at some point, guys. But I will be here again, I'm sure, this week. If I can do my homework. I wonder if I should make her have a dark background. Well, it wouldn't hurt to try. Okay, there we go. Let's not color outside the lines, Josh. This looks terrible right now, but trust me, it's gonna look good. Michael Sutton. Instagram as well. Thanks. I am assuming because your name is Grace, you have 100k plus subs. If that's true, thanks for watching. Thanks for taking the time. Let's be friends. Sure, Life Rutina. Okay, you can do another drawing and skate for. Haha, yeah. Sure. Sure. Let's see what happens when I duplicate and blur this. What if I hide the other one? I can barely see. Gaussian blur. Ooh, that looks cool. Yeah, I like that. She looks so bad without eyebrows. So hopefully this starts to look like it all meshes together at some point. Yeah, this is her body. Nowadays, what's my inspiration? I don't know. My inspiration is a lot of other artists' work. I just have such a clear goal that I want to achieve, which is to be able to draw stuff like this much faster and without too much reference. So in order to do that, I've got to draw a lot more of this stuff with reference so that I can build up what we call a mental library. I'm sure you've heard of it if you've watched any amount of art videos on YouTube. Haven't been in a while. Hey Lulu. Congrats on hitting. Thank you. We're going towards 50K a little bit too fast. I don't want to show my face. You guys better still watch my stuff if I show my face. Oh, I'm using block now. $50K coming quick. I should work in Disney. A lot of people tell me that. If you're wondering why I rotate the canvas so much, it's because I'm always trying to just do this motion and not do awkward motions that will make me draw things improperly. And it's also good for the longevity of your hand if you don't force your hand to be in awkward positions, since you're drawing for such long periods of times. Trying to make her eye look more realistic now by not making it a perfect white eyeball. Josh. Oh, you know? I'm always gonna keep saying it though. You know the tea. If only everyone was like Eli Fertina, but people are anticipating my face reveal so much. Trying to make, okay, this brush is a blending brush, isn't good. Trying to make her lips not so sharp. Favorite Disney character? I've drawn a few Disney characters already. I've drawn Mulan and Ariel and kind of Tinkerbell, and I've drawn Princess Tiana, I think, yeah. I guess next it would have to be Belle. I love Belle a lot. I think I'm gonna have to shade her face overall a lot more to get this to work. Yeah, it looks better with the lighter background. It's interesting. I think the blur made some of the tone come into her face and I couldn't tell. And it was not even. Three more minutes. Do I ever live stream on Twitch? I used to, but I don't really do it because nobody watches me on there, so I'm gonna wait until I get like a lot more subscribers. Because Twitch is just so much harder to get people to watch. See what happens. What are you guys seeing right now? Oh, I guess, well, they can't respond. Belle, yeah. Yeah, draw a tracer. Pull in the Twitch viewers. Yeah, I know, right? I think once I show my face, I'll try again, actually. That might make people more interested. I'm very interested to see what happens to my channel once I show my face. Not like I'm afraid something bad is gonna happen, but I'm interested to see if more people come out of the woodworks, or more people feel inspired. I wonder what you guys think I look like. Oh, there's only a few moments left. Just want to blend this neck in. And there we are. Alright. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And, yo, you're right, I do wear glasses. And I will see you later this week, and then this weekend, of course, with the hair tutorial. I might even use this as like the cover for it, I don't know. Hopefully this thing turns out well. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Bye-bye! Coughing Markiplier there.